this has helped me to create. I know it may mean nothing to you, but as for me, coming from where I'm coming from, I'm now being able to impact other people, seeing my teammates grow, seeing people that came to this business. I have a guy in my team right now that when he came to my office for this business, he had to be saving money, 500 naira, just to sign up one account. But today, this same guy is doing so well in the business, raising a lot of team, and is doing amazingly well for himself. And just last year, we were able to feed 100 families in Akure. I can imagine me that even in our family to eat 1 meal a day was a problem. Now being able to help other people, and giving to less people is such an opportunity for me. And I'm so grateful to God that I found this opportunity. So if you are here this morning, I challenge you to actually take this business very seriously. This is not about you. It can help you to change your life and as well your family and those around you. Thank you so much, engineer, and I think I'm done here.
Thank you so much, Benga, for willing to share your story. What a story. I believe this has sparked something in someone to see that. You see, there was a video Ambassador Mike shared yesterday, and the most profound lesson out of it was the price people are willing to pay. The price you are willing to pay for the life that you desire. It was about this most recent heavyweight champion in the UFC. For those that follow MMA or boxing or things like that. And his story was one that is relatable to that of Benga's story, whereby it came to a point that it was no longer, how would I put it, a thing of, there was no longer a choice. It was more like an obligation. And these are people who were ready to pay the price. Now, some of you are seeing him and saying, wow, wow, wow. The lesson here, and if there should be anything that should inspire you, was his willingness to pay the price. The question I have for you is, what price are you willing to pay? What price are you willing to pay to create the life that you desire? What price are you willing to pay? For those of you who were here early for this summit, I'm super proud of you. Some of you are at work, but you're still connected. Some of you have made sacrifices. Some of you, in fact, this might have been your last 500 naira or 1,000 naira to buy data and join the summit. You're the people I'm so excited for, because actually this opportunity, this business, this summit is for you. And someday you're going to share your story just like Benga. I want to challenge you, just like he has said. Don't give up on those your dreams. They're truly valid. Keep on doing what you need to do. You're willing to pay that price. Figure out what that price is. Figure out what that price is and be willing to pay it in full. Because success doesn't come on sale. You will never hear that there's discount. It's not like you go to a boutique where there's discount on shirt. Success never goes on sale. You have to pay the full price. You have to pay the full price. So find out what the full price is for you to create the life that you desire and be willing to pay that price. At this point in time, I'd like to bring up on stage someone we all deeply respect and admire, someone who, one way or the other, God has used to be a blessing to us. There's no way you can be part of the La Buena Vida family or C21FG and not have been blessed through him. I mean, he was willing to pay. Yesterday in the afternoon, he was here in the office and we were talking. And he was sharing with me some other sacrifices he had to make. Maybe someday he will get to share that story. Maybe someday he will get to share that story. But I mean, the one he told me yesterday, I had goosebumps. Like, I was still for some time. The price he had to pay to pursue this dream that many of us are benefiting from. Some of the sacrifices the masterminds have made, the global leaders, and some people still even think that these businesses have. What price are you paying? You know, I started comparing. When he left, I was comparing the price some people have to pay now with what they had to pay. What price have you paid? What price are you paying? For some of you, the only price you're paying is probably to buy data, to buy credit, to make phone calls, to prospect. The tools are there. For them, the tools were not there. Nobody created the support structure. They created that support structure for themselves. They created the system. All those things are there for you. They created the system, they created the structure, they created the support. Nobody created that for them. But you have that. So which means the price you have to pay is less than what some have done for you already, because someone has already paid that price for you. But what are you willing to do? There's something that you must be willing to do. And must come to the point where you make that decision that you are ready to pay that price. Otherwise, you would never have that life that you deserve. So thank you, Benga, once again. Thank you. The room is full, but a Facebook link has been created. Please, let's stop make it passing. It has been posted. I can see it in the comment section. Just copy it and post it on your WhatsApp groups so that people can join on Facebook Live. People can join on Facebook Live. So at this point in time, I'd like to bring up on stage our visionary, the president of C2NFG, the entrepreneur mentor, Ambassador Michael Okoli. Oyin, you are the host. Kindly make him a co-host, please. Kindly make him a co-host. He has some few words for us, and he's also going to be bringing up on stage our guest speaker. So I'll allow him do the introduction. So, sir, if you're here, please, I cede the floor to you. Over to you. Your mentees are here for you. They're ready to listen. Please, have you made him the co-host? Can we go to the chat room and warmly welcome him? Let's go to the chat room and warmly welcome him, okay?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, we have a little bit of a challenge because our guest speaker can't seem to enter. The Zoom room is filled up and he can't seem to enter. Hold on.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get him to enter because he's loaded for us today. Okay. So somebody that is anybody logged in twice? Okay, let me see.
Please, admin, create a waiting room. Enable the waiting room.
Yeah, enable the waiting room. So anybody that leaves, the person can enter.
The waiting room is active already.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay. Hold on. Let me try and get our guest speaker in. Okay, admin, take a few people, take a few of the leaders to waiting room. A few of the leaders, or anybody that is logged on twice, take them to person in the waiting room.
I think, boss, he can come in because we have 970 now, and the waiting room has been enabled. So when he comes into the waiting room, we can admit him.
Exactly.
Because we have 970 now, and the waiting room has been.
Okay, I've seen him. I've admitted him in. When you kindly make him a co-host, I've admitted him in.
What's he logged in with? The name?
Elijah Mba.
All right, good everyone. We're glad that he's back in, and basically there are over 37 people in the waiting room, and like I said, this is no longer a time to be coming to summit and late. All right, this is not a time to. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hold on, let me see. Can you hear me? Okay, he's already in. Our guest speaker is in. So without wasting further ado, I'll go and introduce him. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Super Monday Summit. Mr. Boyengabo Kini story. And when I met him in Lagos, I saw a young man that was willing to pay the price. He was in school, he was in his final year, he hadn't graduated, but I saw a young man that was willing to pay the price. And today, look at where he is. He's already a Two-Comma Club member. He has not even done his youth service. He's probably in his early 20s. He has not even done his youth service. He finished school last year. Obviously, haven't done his youth service. And his goal is to build 25 Two-Comma Club members by the end of this year in his team. That is the power of a young man that is ready to pay the price. He said his younger brother that as at last year was a barber collecting 10,000 naira in a month. A barber collecting 10,000 naira in a month today ends in 6 figures. He pays his tithe in 6 figures. So I want to tell you guys that that's what this business is all about. For the people that are joining us for the first time in Super Monday Summit, this is what the business is all about. Helping people to live their dreams, helping people to become who they're destined to become. And ladies and gentlemen, without wasting further time, I want to introduce. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say yes, you can hear me as I introduce our guest speaker. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. I want to introduce our guest speaker for today. He's a man of timber and caliber. He will tell his story himself, but he's one man that have mastered the art of raising millionaires, and he's a Century 21 global leader. He's a global ambassador. He's a retired medical. I don't want to tell his story, but he's one of my son in whom I am well pleased. Why I say that is he's a protege that follows instruction. If you tell him to do something now, before you finish, he has done it. He's not the kind of person that argues up and down. He's a loyal follower, a loyal protege, and very, very successful. In fact, people that earn half of the money that this young man earns, you can't talk to them. People that earn half of the money that this young man earns. He can't even talk to them. But he's very humble. You won't even know he has achieved so much. He's very humble. The other time he called me and wanted to buy a house for 177 million naira. He said, boss, I want to buy a house. I'm about to pay for a house for one that's my own personal house for 177 million naira. I told him, hold on, let me go and look at the house. I took a look at the house. I said, okay, no, you don't have to do this. I gave him advice. And he was about to make that payment today. I told him, no, don't make that payment. I gave him one or two things to do. And a lot of people say, it's in your money. It's my money now. I'm the one. But he obeyed the lesson and he said, okay, no, I'm not going to do that. And he took the decision I asked him to take. So what I'm trying to say this is his level of humility is amazing. Some people are 177 million. I want to buy a house of 177 million, and you're telling me, I beg. So he's a very humble person, and he has achieved so much. He's known as the Phenom. Very, I can't, for security reasons. I can't even say how much he earns right now for security reasons. But trust me, he earns more than anybody you can think of. He earns far more than executives of banks. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell how much he does. In fact, he wanted to buy a Bentley. If I wanted to buy a Bentley, one of the latest Bentley, I told him, no, don't buy the Bentley. I mean, that's how successful he is. Yet he's humble and he follows instruction, and he's not just a successful person. Rather, he has helped a lot of people become successful. He has mentored one of the largest mentor of millionaires I will have in C2NFG. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to you the Phenom. We'll call him the Phenom. I want to welcome to you the Phenom, Ambassador, a global leader, Ambassador Dr. Elijah Mba. Please put him on the stage. Let him share his secret and his story. Put him on the stage. Put him on the stage. Put him studly on the stage.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Greetings. Good morning. I'm excited to be with you all this Monday morning. Okay. Okay. You can hear me, you can see me, just type yes in the chat room. You can hear me and you can see me, just type yes in the chat room. Okay, wow. Okay, good. Wow. This is I connected a few minutes behind when I was supposed to connect, and the room was already packed out. Shows me that there's a hungry group here that is ready to transform their life. That's ready to transform their life. I have Ambassador Michael to thank for the successes, a lot of the successes I've experienced, though I also have myself to thank, okay? I'll thank the person that recommended me. I won't mention his name. And I also want to thank Ambassador Juliet Okonkwo for spotlighting me when I newly connected, because that's how hungry they were then. We were then, and somebody comes into the meeting, you're already spotlighting the person, and this person has to get started to this business and all that, whatever you need to do to get them to get started. Then Ambassador Dozio Kezie, he started working with me, guided me, and Ambassador Dr. Victor Abalsin coached me, showed me a lot of things I know. At the point, Ambassador Michael picked me up, and a whole lot has changed, and he has guided me, helped me achieve a whole lot. Okay, though with my cooperation, though he has guided me and helped me achieve a lot. So I will share my story with us on a few things and how everything. That okay, and if Michael says jump, I jump. I don't ask how high. If you're in this meeting, if you're in this group, you are privileged to get to hear from him. Of course, he's always there for everybody, but you get to hear from him more and more on a more personal basis. I'm excited for you. Okay, you should be. I'm super excited, and you should be, and you are privileged to be in this group, okay? Because a whole lot could change, will change for you, not could change for you at the end of this meeting. So thanks to Ambassador Michael, the entrepreneur mentor, the president of C2 and FG, for giving me this opportunity to address you. I do not take it for granted, okay? By God's grace, I'm Dr. Elijah Mba. I like to address myself as, refer to myself as a retired medical doctor and okay, and a social entrepreneur. Okay, went to medical school to study medicine the way a lot of us went to school to study whatever we studied, because we were told go to school, get a degree, come out and work for money. Education is the key. So I went to school to study medicine, came out, then realized, decided I have to move into Abuja, because a lot of persons told us that, hope you guys can hear me. You can hear me, right? You can hear me? You can hear me very well? Okay, wonderful. So it's not coming for me. Okay, so if you cannot hear me, please check your audio. It's not coming for me. So I went to school to acquire this certification to be able to become super successful. Okay, to be able to fend for myself, fend for people that I care about. Not necessarily, I did not see the good life in the picture. I did not necessarily see traveling abroad, enjoying vacations, going everywhere. There's this, we just wanted to go to school so that able to feed, get a good house, maybe drive a car, not the crazy cars, okay? But at least have something and be a little bit okay, now have something be a little bit comfortable. So I moved into Abuja to make all the money. Unfortunately, I was met with the harsh realities of life. After I studied medicine, like I said earlier, because I was advised, that's what I was advised. They told me, once you become a doctor, your problems are over. So I went to study medicine. I wrote down for 4 years to make sure I studied medicine. And I made sure I studied medicine in one of the best schools, in my opinion. Okay, if you are from the east, I can see a lot of Igbo names here. From the southeast, south here, you probably already know there's this hype about UNN. Okay, there's this hype about University of Nigeria, Nsukka. If you agree, just type agreed in the chat room. And it's more like they make this look like the only university in Nigeria. Okay, and in fact, that's even how they say it. They say there are 2 universities in Nigeria. University of Nigeria and others, okay? So there's University of Nigeria and there's others. Why some insist there's just one university in Nigeria, okay? They say the University of Nigeria, then you ask them, what of other universities? They say no, others are glorified secondary schools, okay? So we have the University of Nigeria and other glorified secondary schools, or University of Nigeria and others. So there's this pride. And I said, you see that University of Nigeria, I must go to University of Nigeria. Okay? So the Lions and Lionesses in the house, you agree with me, right? So I must go to the University of Nigeria. So I wrote JAM the first time, I wrote the second time, I wrote the third time, and I wrote the fourth one just to make sure, you see this medicine, I must study it, and I must study it in the University of Nigeria, because I didn't want to hear any excuses. I didn't want it to be because, okay, I didn't go to a good school, that's why. You didn't go to, I wanted to check all boxes. So it took me 4 years. As I was entering school, my mates were coming out of school. If I want to enter university, the pride was there. There's even this sticker that we have. They say the University of Nigerian graduates is always ahead of you naturally. And you see, the thing caused a lot of troubles for us in Enugu, because there are a lot of universities in Enugu, those from ASUT, you are driving in front of them, you have that sticker at the back of your car. Well, you should not be surprised if somebody batches you on the road, because you are looking for trouble. But point noted is, I went there to study medicine because I believe once I have it, I have everything. Unfortunately, I moved into Abuja. Stay with me. And the struggle started. First of all, I moved into a place in Kudu in Abuja. Some of you might know where Kudu is, okay? And I was coming to town from that place. That was when I started making the decision to change my life. Now, some of us here are still very comfortable. They tell you jump, you are asking them, how high? What if I break my leg? What if this happens? What if the other happens? You don't have enough inspiration yet, and you are not desperate enough, okay? So two things can drive you to achieve anything in this world: inspiration or desperation. Inspiration or desperation. And my Jim will say, if you will not be inspired, I hope you become desperate. Something happens to you, I become desperate. So I moved into Kurudu and I stayed there. I stayed there for just 1 month. I made up my mind I always go to work very early. And but I found out that I left the house by 7. That's the first time I left to work from Kurudu. I left the house by 7, and I was expecting to be at work by 7:30 because I wanted to be an early bird. I got to work that day by 9:30 to 10. I said no. I was in the traffic for 2 hours. I was angry. Is this the kind of life I came here to live? From then going forward, I will always leave the house by 5 a.m. and so that I can beat traffic. And when we close from work by 5, instead of going back home, I'll stay back and wait till 9 p.m. so that traffic can, reduce a little. Then I start going back. So that was when I just cultivated that early morning to late night habit. Okay. Then you get to when I'll get home, eventually I'll be around 10 past 10. Before I'm done having my bed and all that, it's already 11. Then I sleep by 11. By 4, I'm already awake again. Then the cycle continues, and I continue to do it this way: 11 to 4, 11 to 3, 11 to 3 every day. That's the only time I could sleep and all that. I didn't have time for people that I care about. And I asked myself, no, Dr. Mba, this is not the life. No, somebody must have lied to me somewhere. No, somebody must have deceived me. Okay, the same way some of us here are thinking, somebody must have deceived me. Somebody must have lied to you. How did they say? A lot of us here, even graduates, you have that CV, you have the certificate, you have the first class. Some of you have the second 2-1, some of you have 2-2, some of you have pass, whichever. Somebody already told you, see, once you come out and forget it, it's guaranteed. I have the OT say, no, this is not what I was told. I said, how long will I continue like this? Every night? No. So I moved into town. I moved into town in Wuse 2. As soon as I was done paying rent, all my savings disappeared. And that was when the struggle started. And the struggle started. I was working in the private sector, one private hospital then. Then I started my residency in Gaiki Hospital. I was still working in the private hospital in Wuse 2. I was still working in another private hospital in Guinea Savannah Medical Center. And I continued until I did my outside posting in National Hospital. And I did my my outside posting in Okay, so I did my outside posting in National Hospital, and that was when I had to make some very, very important decisions. And then because at that time, I was still expected to take calls in Gaiki, okay, and because it was a public-private partnership, PPP. It means the government does not pay you, the private body pays you. Okay, so it was more like a private hospital that has a government hospital umbrella. Okay, so you needed to work to earn your money. So, because if I was in a government hospital, when I'm doing my outside posting, I'll focus on just the outside posting. But because I was in PPP, as I was doing my outside postings, I was still taking calls in Geki, and I found myself doing 4 jobs at a time. And at that time, I realized that the bond between me and my mother separated. I started was no longer there. There's this gap, increased gap between me and my mother, because my mom, not my mom, we're very close, we always talk, gist and all that, But I found out that we're no longer talking because anytime she calls me, I could not take her calls because I was always busy. Maybe I was on call, I was doing a surgery, I was doing this, and maybe I'll call later in the day, but I was not there because by the time I'm done with all this work, I'm tired. I just fall on the bed like a log of wood. If I'm not going to the other place, I'm not going to the other hospital. So she stopped calling me often because she felt she was distracting me. Okay. And I lost that relationship. Okay. When they had things to do at home, I'm not there for them. Even send the money. I didn't have it for them. Was that bad? Okay. I think there was one day that my wife prepared food. She bought food for me, the hospital, but she could not even see me. Okay. Not just once, not twice. That's happened several times. She could not even see me. She had to give it to the PCA. That's what they call them, patient care assistant, attendant or assistant. I forgot what they call them. Those who attend to patients and more like errand people and all that. She had to give it to that person to give to me, not once, not twice, not 3 times. And I kept asking myself, this is not the life I want to live. This is not the life I want to live. I'm not there for people I care about. I don't have time for myself. I'm not um, I'm not um, I'm not living the life of my dreams. I cannot even give them what they want as money. I can't give them money. I can't they are having events. They cannot invite me because I will not have time. They can't even depend bank on the money I have to give to them, And I was just watching my life, just disappear in my face. And as a doctor, if you're a doctor here, you must have known one or two persons that, one or two medical doctors that have actually lost their life because they slept on steering while driving. You would know one or two. If you're a medical doctor here, you know at least one or two that died while they were driving because they slept while driving. If you're a doctor, you know one. If you don't know one, you're not a real doctor. Okay, you must know one. Okay, so I knew a couple of doctors that have died why they still practicing because they slept off while driving from exhaustion, and 2 or 3 of them were very close to me. They were my mentors. Like one of them in UNN, I'll not mention his name. It was more like the future of medicine to me. The guy was too good. You see the way a lot of us look up to Ambassador Michael here. That's how I looked up to that man. The guy was too good. It was just too good. Okay, you mentioned his name. He got all the awards from his set. He said he has a problem. He cannot forget. It was too good. It was even in this Abuja he died. Okay, it was coming out from one call, going to another hospital, slept off, got involved in an accident, died. I've known those that have killed innocent people because they slept off while driving. One of my friends killed an Okada man in Lube as he had to rush to the hospital, to the police station. If not, those guys were going to mob him to death because he slept off while driving. So I started thinking of all those things. And I also know one that ran into an electric pole on top Beggar Bridge, and the car got into flames, and he was there, trapped in there, barbecued alive. And I started asking myself, very important question, Dr. Mba, what if this happens to you? Because at this time, I had narrowly escaped accidents, not once, not twice, because I would slip off while driving out of exhaustion. And one of those days, I was going back to the, I was going back to Wuse 2, yes, from National Hospital on top Beggar Bridge, and I dozed off, and I was involved in an accident. And I thought it was my time, but thank God for mercy, I did not go. So I sat down and started asking myself some very important question. Why do we work? Is it not for food? Is it not for shelter? Is it not for clothing? If we're not born, we don't have needed any of these things. I said, no. So I asked myself, why do you want to kill yourself over something you wouldn't have needed if you were not born in the first place? Why would you want to kill yourself? So I picked up my pen and paper and I decided to find out my life worth in terms of money. Okay? Because if I'm going to kill myself over money, I might as well find out how much I'll be worth at the end of time. So I picked up my pen and paper and I calculated my life worth in terms of money using the salary of a senior consultant that earns roughly 700,000 per month. Assuming I'm able to save every dime for 30 years, no food, no water, nothing, how much would I be worth? So by the time I was done doing the calculation, it came up to 252 million naira. Now that money looked very big to me then. 252 million naira, that money looked very big to me then. As I was looking at the money, a bank bought a piece of land adjacent to where I was doing PP. We say to, so God wanted to open my eyes, and this bank bought this piece of land for 260 million naira. And that's when depression came for me. I was like, wait, does it mean that my whole life as a doctor was not worth a piece of land in Wuse? My whole life as a doctor, optimized. Now, because there's no way I was going to save every dime for 30 years, it's not possible. Now, there's no way I was going to start earning 700,000 then. I was not even a senior consultant then, okay? I was still a registrar going for my part one. There's no way I was going to have that money. And there's no way I was going to be able to live the life of my dream, even optimized. I said, no. Now, I remembered all the promises I made to my parents growing up. I told you my bond with my mom, of course. I also made promises to my dad. A lot of us in this place, you made promises to your parents when you were 7, when you were 8, when you were 9, when you were 10, when you were innocent, ignorant, when you were crazy enough to dream and to decide whatever you want to be in the future. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, I'm going to be other, I'm going to be this. You know, you just know I'm going to buy a Lamborghini, I'm going to have my private jet, I'm going to fence my village around, I'm going to take care of everybody in my village. You know, you just have this good heart. You saw your parents be harassed as tenants, and you said, no, I'm going to buy a big house for my mother, I'm going to buy a big house for my father, I'm going to buy a car. And all those promises just kept flashing my face, past my face. I said, wow, if I cannot afford a piece of land in Wuse too, assume optimized, how is it possible that I can fulfill any of these dreams to the people I care about? And then depression came. And that was why somebody connected me to, when somebody connected me to this meeting. And when I came there, I was in a point in my life where I didn't need much convincing. Okay, a lot of us here, they needed the blood of a virgin to get us to see the vision. It needed to convince you, beg you, drag you. Well, you are happy, you are comfortable. I didn't need much convincing because I already knew that things were there's no way. Okay, I was with one other company then. I joined one company then, and when they invited me for this meeting, I initially did not want to come. Okay, I initially did not want to come because the devil sent somebody to come and tell me that this place they're inviting you to is Alliance Emotion. I don't know who asked them. You see, these people that used to offer opinion for free, don't listen to them. They don't have anything to give to you but opinion, and they will give it to you for free. So this man came. No, this lady said, don't fill that form they gave to you. It's Alliance Emotion. Forget this way they are packaging it. They call it to your life. It's Alliance Emotion. What is your business? Is it your form? If I fill the form, will it kill me? If I go for the event and come back, will I be dead? Do they have guns there? Are they kidnappers there? Are they going to kill me? Are they going to... How are you helping me? And as soon as she said it, the thing stuck in my head. Oh, Alliance Emotion. These people almost deceived me to go for Alliance Emotion meeting. God, the devil is a bastard devil. You see that devil? He has been wicked since day one, and he's always looking for... Imagine devil had got me. Imagine. Look at me now. Just look at me now. So you see, the thing entered my head. So I told, oh, it's Alliance Emotion. I'm not feeling. But God intervened, and the person that gave me the form to fill, he said, look at you. Who even told you they will even select you in the first place? They've not even selected you. You are saying you will not look at this man. I say, me, I fill the form, they don't select me. If I'm not serious. Bring the form for me, let me fill the thing. So they brought the form. I fill the form out of pride. They must select me. Is it not they must select me? They don't. They must select me. So as I fill the form, they invited me. As soon as they invited me, out of pride, I say yes. Now they've invited me. I'm not going. Okay. But when they called me on phone, Dose go with bless Dose. If everybody can invite and do reminder like Dose, a lot of persons will be more successful. Dose called me the first time, invited me. I told him I was going to be there, sent me a text message, I acknowledged it, did everything he did, I acknowledged it. But in my mind, I was not going. But I told him I was going to be there, but in my mind, I was not going anywhere. Okay? And until Dose called me the last 1 minute reminder call. Around 5 o'clock that day, I was supposed to be there. By God's grace, the circle just arranged everything. The circle just arranged everything. I was not on call. In all the 4 hospitals I was covering, the one I used to be on ground, there was no patient there. There was nothing. I was just doing nothing, but I still did not go for the event. Then Dose called me exactly 5 o'clock. He said, where are you? He said, are you on your way? I said, no, you know, I like to be polite on phone. No, I am not. He said, don't be late. I'm like, wow, what impetus, what audacity. Look at this guy. Who do these people think they are? First of all, they try to deceive me by giving me a form. Then they now tried again to deceive me by, now they are not telling me, they are not harassing me that I should not be late. I should not be late for what? For network marketing meeting. Look at these people. They think I've not attended network marketing meeting before. I made up my mind that I was going to attend. I was going to attend, then I was going to steal their system. Okay, I was going to attend, I was going to steal their system. So I came that day, sat down there, I was going to steal the system. So I sat down, nobody distracted me. Nobody could even distract me. I sat in a place where I could hear everything. I was following everything it was saying because I wanted to steal everything. Then Dr. Victor mentioned something. Dr. Victor said you can either build a system from the scratch or you can plug into an already existing system, but you need a system to succeed. You can build a system from the scratch or you can plug into an already existing system. And as I started looking at it, the thing hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, wait, I can build a system from scratch. So I'll need to first of all rent an office. Okay, for those of us that are here making the excuse, nobody did this for me. I have not called. You have not called my person. You have not sent so and so test for me. You have not do follow up for me. Human beings paid for the office you are using for free. Human beings subscribe for this Zoom meeting you are using for free. Human beings like you sacrificed a whole lot to set up C21FG when they could not see this palpable future we are seeing, when they cannot touch it, when there was no cars, when there was no house, nothing. So I was looking at it. I said, so I need to now pay for rent for an office. How much is it? Do I have the money? So I need to now start getting people that will be presenting. I'll now train them to start presenting. Where will I find them? I will now start coming around every day to be tracking what people are doing, what people are not doing. How do I have the time? I was doing residency. If you're a doctor here, or you know somebody that's a doctor, it's residency. I'm not just a medical officer that goes to work and comes back and the day is over. I was preparing for my residence, to become a consultant. I was reading, I was doing outside posting, I was going through all that. I didn't have that time. Or why not let me just plug into this one that is already there? Be inviting my people there, and they already have a system. And that's when I just decided I'm in. So when it was time to saying the 1, 2, 3, whether mastermind or social and so leader and all that, it was not because of the mastermind mentorship. I just wanted it in and I knew I was going to go in. Now, when I signed up, I saw hope. I saw that there's a chance I could achieve my dreams. Now, there was no cars there. These are fine cars, are not there. Okay, I think Michael was driving a Honda Evo Spirit then. Okay, and then I think the biggest car there was that black BM by Ambassador Nefo. But I was not even seeing the cars. I was seeing a future based on what was explained to me. Okay, and I just knew that one day there's a chance that I could fulfill my dream, and it was that chance that I signed up into. I didn't believe. I mean, I didn't see any palpable result. I just wanted to make some extra income. Okay, I was not ready. I was not afraid to fail. I was not afraid. I was not afraid to lose money. It was not part of my fears because I knew that if I saved every dime I made from the day I was born, from that day to the day I die, I'll not be able to live my dreams. So I was not willing to leave my money the way I met it. It's either I lost everything or I doubled it or tripled it. So I was ready to just take chances. I was ready to take chances. So that day I just paid for one account. And after IPO, I increased to 3 accounts. It was 2nd of June. Anyway, we have not been paid far away. Usually paid at the first week of the month. Then by 5th thereabout, the thing came. So I was able to increase to 3 over 7. Then the maximum I could do was 7. Then eventually, I was able to borrow money from a friend and took it to 7. Okay, and I started building my business. Okay, for those of you, just an aside, if you're in this business, you are running with less than 15 accounts. Well, don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. It always comes with regret. I'm telling you the truth. It always comes with regret. You say, don't worry. And once I start making 1 million naira in this business, I'm satisfied. I'm okay. It's a lie. You will not be satisfied. It's not true. If you are saying once you start making 1 million naira, you'll be satisfied, what you are telling me is that you have not made 1 million naira before. The day you start making 1 million naira, we are all Oliver Twist, all of us. You want to make 1.1. The day you start making 1.1, you want it to be 1.5. The day you start making 1.5, want it to be 1.8. You always want more. Imagine you just limited yourself by having 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or go for the best, go for the maximum possible. Okay, that's just an aside. So I came on board and started doing my business. But if you've heard my story, they said in 2 years and 2 months, I rose up to stardom. I became the top number 4 in the whole of AIM Global Nigeria. Top number 4 in 2 years and 2 months. But the year before, I was nowhere. Okay, for those of us that were at the retreat, at that anniversary, 2018 was announced. I was nowhere. 2019, I rose from nowhere to number 4. What changed? What changed? I'm going to target rescue mission. Rescue mission. Rescue mission. Or some persons will call it salvage recruiting. Some persons will call it desperate recruiting. Now, you're not going to project desperation. I'm going to tell you what it is all about. Okay, when I eventually fired my boss, that is the secret I want to share with us here today. I'll just sell the idea to you. Once you catch it, you start running with it. Once you catch it, you start running with it. You get to a point where, not salvage, salvage, like you are salvaging something, okay? Like you are salvaging something. That's the recruiting I'm talking about, salvage, okay? You are trying to save a situation, okay? You are trying to save a situation. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, you're trying to save a situation. Okay, now it happened when I fired my boss. As soon as I fired my boss, I became desperate to succeed. Desperate to succeed. I was in a point where I needed every kobo. The month before I fired my boss, I made 70,000 naira. So don't think, of course, some of you have seen my first 1 month income. It was 400,000 thereabout. Second month was about 400,000 plus. Third month was about almost 400,000, you know. Now, how come 1 year down the line, we were doing an anniversary, I was not even recognized as a Millionaire Circle member? Not just 1 year down the line, 1 year, 4 months, 2 months down the line, they were doing an anniversary. I was not even recognized as a Millionaire Circle member. Because to be recognized as a Millionaire Circle member, you need to just do then 3.8 million, at most 4 million. So if I was doing 400,000 consistently, 1 year down the line, I should be recognized as a Millionaire Circle member. But after 1 year down the line, I've earned less than 2 million. In my first 3 months, I've done 1.2. The remaining 9 months, I've earned a cumulative of less than 800,000. Why? I was busy. I was doing plenty things at the same time. So when I saw those that started with me, that I'd even gone ahead of, they just came and started passing me. I said, no, Dr. Mba, something is not right here. Something is not right here. Okay. So I decided to resign my job and come in full-time. Now, for those of us here that have resigned our job, how many of us here, you are running this business full-time? Just type yes in the chat room. You are running this business full-time, just type yes in the chat room. Okay? Just type yes in the chat room. Type yes, type yes. Yes. Wonderful. Now, some of us here are running the business full-time because maybe we didn't have any other option. There was no job or something. But some of us here fired our bosses. You fired your boss. You left a job that was paying you at least 100,000 to do this business full-time. Type me in the comment section. Just type me. You have a job that was paying you at least 100,000 a month, but you left it to do this business full-time. Now you see these guys that are at least 100,000 a month. You see people that are typing me in the comment section. There's this fear that comes when you are writing that letter of resignation. There's this fear, you know, if I forfeit this 100K, if I forfeit this 200K, if I forfeit this 300K, 400K, 500K, what happens? What if? What if? What if? How do I keep having money for food until I break through eventually? How do I keep having money to take care of family until I break even eventually? As at that time, I'd already lost my mom and I had my kid sister in school. I was going to take care of her school. I was already married. Of course, I have my wife. I have to take care of the family. And then I am forfeiting. I have my younger siblings also that are also looking up to me. I have my father, and I am leaving my job with a guaranteed salary for uncertainty, in quotes. There was fear. At that time of fear, I embarked on Salvage recruiting, okay? Or what I would call rescue mission, okay? I got to a point in my life where everybody that comes across face-to-face with me, they have already signed up. If you sit in front of me like this, you have paid, you have signed up. You have signed up because I've resigned now. And I'm spending the money I've saved already. The little money I've made, I was spending it. And the money is going to finish. And I can't go and start begging people for food. And people where I left my job, they were already waiting to laugh at me. So I cannot come to Goodwill every day and not close a deal. I cannot. I don't have that luxury. So as you are sitting in front of me, you have already signed up. I meet you one-on-one. Until you will pay. Uncle, you will pay. Whatever you are saying is in your pocket. You have signed up. In fact, it's how we are going to spend the matching bonus from your signing up that will be calculating. So if this man pays for 7 accounts now, and he enters a place that is paying me 3 times, how much will it be? roughly 100,000. Okay, that'll be able to change that tire that is bad. That'll be able to change that fuel pump that has gone bad. I should be able to send so and so money to my kid sister in school. I should be able to send so and so money to my father. And you say you will not pay. Why won't you pay now? Do you know all the lives that are at stake? Do you know how many people that are dependent on that your payment? So you have to pay. So that's the posture. The posture is you have already paid. Now be very careful not to be desperate, not to add desperation. Okay, be very, very careful. Once you project desperation, nobody will sign up into your business. Okay, nobody will sign up into your business. So my posture is, until you have paid. You're saying, my stepmother, grandfather, uncle's dog just died. This one is this. The other one is, I'm just looking at you. So when you are done talking, you will pay. By the time you are done, when you are done, I'll start my own story. I'll tell you a story of somebody that was in the same situation with you, that had plenty issue, and because the person got connected, so the person is where he is today. You bring another story. My wife will beat me. If I sign up today, my wife is going to do this to me. My husband is going to do that to me. I'll tell you another story. We'll be there. The conversation will not end. You are better paid. You are better paid and have your peace. Because my life is dependent on you signing up. Okay? Even though, no, just decide not to be desperate. Decide not to be desperate. It's not hard. Just know that you'll not be desperate. Have your posture. You'll not be desperate. Don't be desperate. Once you're desperate, you've got them. So, in fact, if you decide to be desperate before 1 week, you would know that you have to change it. Okay? Just decide not to be desperate. Okay? So, you are better paid so that there'll be peace for you and I. There's a story in the Bible of a woman that needed this judgment from a judge. The Bible called the judge the unjust judge. He said this judge does not fear God. He doesn't have respect for any man. But one woman terrorized this judge, terrorized this judge, until the judge said, hey, if I don't give this woman what she's looking for, I'm finished. Madam, do you think that judge did not have security? The judge probably has security. He has everybody. Security will say, Madam, we are going to throw you away. We are going to throw you out. This will happen. This will happen. The woman will say, hey, security, better kill me. I believe that woman is a Benin woman. You know, that's how I grew up in Benin. That's how we used to, when you are desperate, that's how you sound. When you are desperate, you don't say, when you really need something to happen, you don't say, I will kill you. You say, you will kill me. As the person is coming to you. See, okay, just better kill me. Kill me now. If you don't kill me, you see this place I've entered. You are better. Madam, we'll do this. Madam, we'll arrest you. Here, throw me inside the prison. You are wasting time. Bini will say, you go kill me today. You go kill me today. You must kill me today. If not, you see this place, I'm already in. That's the posture of the woman. The woman harassed that judge. The judge said, so that I will have peace. He had to pass a judgment that favored that woman. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to unmute just one person at random. Just one person at random. I'm going to ask, oh no, I'm not going to unmute you. You are going to answer in the chat room. If you were told that prospect that you are supposed to follow up, you are supposed to follow up one prospect. That prospect, you know that prospect. You have not called that prospect. It's up to 1 week now. It's up to 2 weeks. Things have been happening. If God appeared to you in your dreams and told you, see that prospect is going to be the next entrepreneur mentor. You see that person that you're not following up well, in the next 2 years is going to be the top one in the world. What will you do? How would you follow up that person? You are calling the prospect, he's bouncing your calls. What will you do? He's bouncing your calls. He's not hearing you. He's telling you, I'm not interested. You see this business we are talking about? I'm not interested, though. I'm not interested. Do you think Ambassador Michael did not say at the point that I was not interested? You can ask him if you are close to him. They say, no, they are not living anywhere. I won't give up on him. I will visit him. I will follow him. I will locate his way. I'll keep. You see the way you are sounding. The man said, please leave me alone. I'm not interested. Please, I'm busy. You are disturbing me. What is your problem? What is your problem? I will continue to persevere. I will change strategy. I will see. You see these things you are writing on the chat room. This should be your approach. See, if you have this posture, any human being that stands in front of you must sign up, because sincerely, you don't know who is the Ambassador Michael. Sincerely, you don't know who is Dr. Victor. Sincerely, you don't know who is Dr. Mba. Now, may I shock you? Less than 2 years ago, and I'm a Tony Akabuno signed up into the business. Before 2 years ago, he was not in the business. Less than 4 years ago, a Dr. Elijah Mba signed up into the business. Before 4 years ago, he was not in the business. This year, a lot of persons will sign up into the business that we make what we achieved look like a child's play. They are in the streets. There are plenty Ambassador Michaels in the streets. There are plenty now, plenty. Do you think Ambassador Michael is the only hungry person, the only person that was so hungry to change his life? There are plenty, over 1,000 of them in the streets. Over 1,000 of them in the street. There are plenty Dr. Mbas in the street that are begging God, oh God, show me this opportunity. Oh God, give me a chance to change my life forever. There are plenty Dr. Victor in the street that are praying every day, fasting and praying, God, this is my year. There are plenty, very plenty Judea in the streets that are begging God to change their life forever. There are plenty in the street. There are plenty Ambassador Oronke, plenty. They are begging God. They are in the street. Some of them are in your phones. They are begging God. It might be a stranger that will connect them from your phone. Say, God forbid. Say, God forbid. Once you understand it, you have this posture that anybody that is standing in front of you have signed up. The person has already signed up. The person appears in front of you. You are signed up now. It is what we are discussing. What we should be discussing is how we are going to help you succeed in this business. Not whether you are paying. You have already paid. You are already in. It's called salvage recruiting. Why? Imagine nobody connected me to this business. Imagine Ambassador Amdoze was not as skilled as he was to follow me up in this business. Imagine the person that followed up Ambassador Michael did not follow him up the way they did in the business, and he did not sign up. Do you know how many people will be in hunger today? Do you know how many people would have died because they cannot take care of their family? Do you know how many people would have died because their people could not pay bills? Do you know the rate of crime would have in this country because people are hopeless and they are not seeing a future? A lot of us are in this meeting. You have not started making money, but you are here because of hope. You believe that one day it will pure for you because you are seeing people's testimonies. You are seeing people's stories. Our stories is what is keeping a lot of you in the business. The stories of some person that just signed up that are already making 100K, 200K. A lot of us that signed up into this business, in your mind, you don't even believe you can make $1 million per month. I agree with you. When I signed up, I didn't believe I could make $1 million per month. I just want to make some extra money. I just wanted to make some extra 50K, some extra 100K, some extra 200K. Everything I'm seeing now is just like mirage. It's like I'm still dreaming. What we signed up for was the hope. Imagine there was no entrepreneur mentor signed up into this business that is now giving us this hope. Just imagine. Just imagine. In fact, entrepreneur mentor is too far. Look at me like this now, this Dr. Mba. Imagine I was not signed up into this business. Imagine I was not signed up into this business. Imagine what my life would have been today. I would have still been struggling, okay? I would have, I don't know, I might have had plenty issues with family and all that because they might ask for money, I'll not give to them. They don't know that I don't have. They'll say this Dr. Mba is very, very selfish. He's in Abuja. He's a doctor. He's in Abuja. He has money and he's not helping us. He doesn't want to care about anybody. All those, all those plenty story. Imagine that I will not be, anyway, let me not go into details. Imagine that I will not be able to live where I live today. I might be staying in outskirts, Zuba, all those, sorry if you are staying in all those places, Karamajiji and Kurudu and Maraba, this thing, you have to hustle. You have to hustle, okay? Maybe I'll be staying in all those places. I'll be driving, of course, the kind of car I drive, you can't drive it and you are coming for 1 month village. It's not possible. It doesn't fit that traffic. It doesn't. Somebody just mistakenly batch you. The head ramp alone is 2.5 million. So it doesn't fit you. There are some places you should not be in. In fact, there are some areas, once you just drive into the place, you just know that you don't belong here. Imagine that I now have options for myself. Now, not about me anymore. Forget about me. Imagine the lives that have transformed because I believed in this business. Imagine Moses. Some of you saw him at your retreat. Life completely transformed. Imagine Dr. Tony. Some of you saw him at your retreat. Completely transformed. Imagine Mary. Imagine Imelda. Imagine Joy. Imagine Dr. Anita. Imagine all these people. What if the person that closed me down was not deliberate enough? What if the person did not take that posture that, see, I need this man to succeed? I'm going to ask you another question. Pay attention. What if God appears to you today and he tells you that contact in your phone, you see that contact in your phone, in the next 3 years, that person you have not closed down yet, in the next 3 years, is going to need a kidney transplant and is going to die because you'll not be able to afford the money for kidney transplant. The person is going to need a kidney transplant. God appears to you and tells you, this person is going to need a kidney transplant and is going to die because he will not be able to afford a kidney transplant. If not for this business, I doubt if we have up to 3 people in this group that will be able to afford a kidney transplant. So it's not beans. It's not beans. If not for this business. And God told you, the only way this man will have a chance of living after that 3 years is if he joins the business now, today, and start getting mentorship. In that 3 years, he should be able to afford the money for a kidney transplant every month. So kidney transplant is not going to kill him. What will you do to that man? What will you do? What will you do to that man? How will you approach the man? Somebody is telling me, how do I do salvage recruiting? This is how you do salvage recruiting now. Now you're going to answer your question by yourself. You know God has appeared to you. You see, this man's life is in your hands. So if you connect him, he's going to be alive after 3 years. If you don't connect him, he's dead. There's not that job. I don't know. There's not that job. Tell me the job. Tell me what else he will do that will be able to afford kidney transplant in 3 years. I don't know. Maybe I'm not educated enough. Somebody said real estate. Real estate for where? Do you know how much you need to start real estate? You think it's agency we are talking about here? Do you know how much you need to do real estate? It's not agency we are discussing here. not the billions you need to develop yours. So that's not it. I will drag him. No retreat, no surrender. Why? Because you can see the future. The man will say no. You will go back. You will strategize. You go back to the man again. The man will say, I'm not interested. You will go back. You will strategize. You will come back again. The man will say, see, my wife said I should not do the money. My wife said I should not do the business. My grandmother said in our family, we don't do this kind of business. You will go back. You go and study. You go and strategize. You go and get counsel. You're going to go and get mentorship. You go and attend, get one or two people's story. You come back to the man again. You will keep coming every day. You will keep coming. You will keep coming. You keep coming. You will not give up on that man until you are signed up. If you understand that your decision to recruit somebody this month could save the person, so much pain in the future. You see your posture? Your posture is, see, okay, you're already in. The man is saying, I'm not paying. In your mind, okay, you have paid. That is your mindset. Okay, see, you see this thing, you've already paid. It's how I'm going to collect the money now that I'm still thinking. You see, by this week, you'll not escape this week. You have already paid. Okay? You have already paid. Okay? You have already paid. Okay? You're already in. Now, when you are when you are that interested, when you are reaching out to this person back to back to back, because of the revelation you got, that's something that will happen to him in the next 3 years. Is it in your own interest or in the person's interest? Why are you reaching out to the person? Is it in your own interest or in the person's interest? Why do you keep going back to the person? It's in their interest. So that is how you avoid desperation. If you prioritize the person, if whatever you are doing is in the person's interest, you will not be desperate. You're only desperate when you want it for your own good. You are looking for how to pay you. As you're looking at the person, you're looking at how you're going to, you're only thinking about yourself. You're looking at it. It's primarily in their own interest. Primarily in their own interest. You're looking at it, if this person come in now, hey, if I miss this person now, this person does not come in, hey, I'll not be able to eat this, or I'll not be able to eat that. You are reaching the person, as you are reaching out to the person, you are projecting insecurity, you are projecting your own desperation. You are projecting your own selfish desires. The person can smell it from a distance. But if you are reaching the person, and you are reaching the person in the person's own interest, everything could change. It is primarily in the person's interest, so it's not in your interest at all. I'm telling you the truth. This one is more of the person's interest because there are a lot of people you can say sign up. Okay, but this person that you have refused to give up on is in his interest. Okay, because you are the one deciding that this person. So once you understand that whether they are going to be serious tomorrow or not, it's not important. Sign them up first. The person I signed up that signed up Mary was just not ready to do the business. Now I signed up Mary. We have worked with Mary. Mary's not super successful. Mary's where she is today. The person came back to the business. What if the person did not even sign up in the first place? Get that person signed up. You don't know. You don't know. See, times are getting harder. Times are going to be more difficult. If you care about them, you will drag them. If you care about them, you see the way our parents forced us to go to school. They flogged us. They flogged us. We felt we will not go to school. They say, no, you are already in school. Mommy, I'm not going. This one does not understand. It's already in school. Some of us that were very stubborn, they carried us hands and legs. They dragged us to school. They will flog us, beat us hair. Because they wanted us to go to school. Their position, they were not giving us a chance. Okay? They did not give us a chance to say no to school. A lot of us now want to kill yourself. I have a school. I'm going to school. I'm a student. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Was it your decision in the first place? But how did you not catch the vision? Because of what you kept saying. So you have to drag these people. Anyhow you are going to do it, whether you pray, you fast, you come again with that posture. You come again with that posture. Don't be afraid to fail. What's the worst that can happen? The person says no. Well, you put the person in follow-up list. I followed Moses up for 1 year. 1 year. 1 year. I was on his case professionally. Professionally. You only sound desperate if you are not a professional. Please go and get yourself educated. I'm not here to talk about follow-up. Study to show yourself approved. Study to show yourself approved. If you find yourself desperate, it means you don't know your stuff. If you find yourself rejecting, it means you don't know your stuff. The books are there. Go and read them. Attend cell meetings. You will find out how you can manage all those. But you must have that posture. I entered that mood of Salvage. At the time, I dared my leaders then. Them Imelda, them Mary that were around. I dared them. I said, if you bring anybody into this my office in 27, the person must sign up. Must. You know how much I paid for that office? And I didn't even have the money then. So I'll pay for the office and be using it to do charity or what? I came there to do motivational speaking. I'm not a motivational speaker, I'm a businessman. When I talk, people must pay. Okay, I'm not aspire to perspire, to retire, to refire. I am there to collect the money. I don't know how it happens. You pay the money. That's why I go to work every day. Okay, so if I talk, you pay. If I talk, you pay. I'm not there to come and be shining. I finished presentation. You are clapping for me. Wow, Dr. Mata, your presentation was awesome. And you did not pay. I see that as mockery. You are insulting me. I don't want you to clap for me. Why are you clapping for me? You know, am I a clown? Am I wearing the back of my shirt? Don't clap for me. In fact, be angry with me, but pay. Okay? Be angry with me, pay. Just pay. It's your money I'm looking for. So when I finish the presentation, you will pay. When you pay, I go and collect the money from somebody else. Don't be impressed when you finish presentation. Somebody told you, wow, that was a brilliant presentation. That was an awesome presentation. I've never heard something like that in my life. And the person is not paying. The person is closing you down. You're not the one closing the person down. Okay? If the person is the one closing you down, he has closed you down, he has collected the money, he has signed you up into a school of negativity. In fact, some of them will even tell you, don't worry, I'm coming back in the next 1 month. In fact, when I come, who is Ambassador Michael? Who is he? Who is he? Who is he? That is result. I will achieve it in 2 weeks. I'll become top one in the next 5 days. I know everybody in Abuja. I know everybody in the world. And you just say, wow, the man says when he comes, he's going to overtake Ambassador Michael. He has closed you down. You don't know what you're doing. He has closed you down. He has collected the receipt. He has finished telling you. He has signed you up. He'll tell you, I'm going to sign my wife. I'll sign up my wife 15 account. I'll sign my husband 15 account. I'll sign my children 15 account. Wait, I'm the one that is going to make you rich in this business. When I come in, you become rich. I'm going to make you overtake everybody. One woman called me and told me that. Hell, I just say, why? God, why? This woman that was in the future for. He said, Dr. Ma, I'm going to make you number one in the whole world. I say, hell, where is she today? Okay, where is she today? So your posture is, as you are finishing that presentation, you must collect the money. Type in the chat room, I must collect the money. Type it in the chat room, I must collect the money. Type it. That's the mindset, too. You must collect the money, must, too. Whatever they are going to do, whatever, that money, in fact, that money must enter in global account first. When it has entered, people cannot start hugging yourself. If you let the person come and say, you are my brother, we are from the same city. The person comes and tries to start speaking your language. Collect the money first. After collecting the money, people can hug. People can start exchanging paternal history and maternal history. You must collect the money. That is the posture. You must collect the money. You must collect the money. Must collect the money. And the man must give it to you happily. Okay? Because of what he stands to gain. Okay, so that's the mode I entered. And I've realized that everybody that has been super successful in this business, at a point in their life, they entered a point. They entered that rescue mission status. They entered it. They enter the point where once you meet them, you have already signed up. Once you meet them, you have already signed up. As in, you have already signed up. They are not ready to take no for an answer. They're not ready. You are talking your own, talking up, talking down. They are looking at you. As you are talking, they are pressing POS. Pin, 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 pin. Which one are you starting with? The 15 account or the 7? You now start saying, it is what I want to pay. No, now, why will you be paying for one? Are you less privileged? One is for less privilege. The person now start dragging you, begging you to come to one. Eventually, you still collect the money first. Whatever happens, you must collect the money. You are a businessman. If in case you don't know, this is not an investment, it's a business. Okay? Type in the comment section, I am a businessman or I'm a businesswoman. Write it there. And I must collect the money. You can't go to work. You can't go to market. You finish selling this. You not collect the money. Why won't you collect the money? You stand for 2 hours. You speak all the grammar in your mouth. Nobody will pay. You get up and walk away. Haba. Go and play video game with your time now. You finish, you waste your energy for 2 hours. You are talking. Finish. Like I finish this presentation now, you are not increasing your account. Or you are not crushing challenge 36 this month. We are entering May, April. It's not possible now. That come here to motivate you. Not a motivational speaker. I'm a businessman. Okay? So as you are done, if this was a physical meeting, maybe we would have taken some drastic steps. All those that have less than 15 accounts, they come and start paying now. You would have seen it. I'll collect some money from this meeting. Okay? So you're a businessman, you must collect the money. Must. There's no excuse. You must collect the money. Whatever happens, you must collect the money. Once you enter an Igbo man's shop in Opiweka, you are looking for this. He doesn't have it. He must find it for you. He will tell you it is in the other shop. You will never let the money go for where he has seen the money. Igbo man see cash. You are going. Where are you going to? Do you know where you are going to? Igbo man saw cash. You are going. Don't know what you're talking about. Okay? So you're a businessman. You're not a motivational speaker. You must collect the money. So that should be your posture. Every other thing is theory. You are going to learn how to do others later. But your posture is, I must collect this money. When I adopted that strategy, everything changed for me. Everything changed for me. As soon as I adopted that strategy, everything changed for me. There's nothing I say I cannot afford anymore. Anything I want to buy, even then, not now. How much is this laptop? They say 250,000, wonderful. I'll just go divide it by 7,000. I know how many matching bonus I need. By the time I divide by 7,000, I know I need so and so matching bonus. I say, okay, good. So if I have a place that is paying me once, I need so and so account. If I have a place that is paying me 2 times, I need so and so account. If I have a place that is paying me three times, I need so and so account. Or 4 times, I need so and so number of accounts. Okay, good. So I'm going to buy this laptop by weekend. And all these contacts I'm seeing in my phone, they are going to provide the money. So I start looking at all the contacts. I start inviting all of them. You must come, you must attend the presentation, you must sign up, and you will pay the money. Because when I go to Gudu, I use transport. I pay money for fuel. Fuel has increased. Some of you are paying transport. Some of you don't have your cars yet. So use transport, use public transport. Transport is going to increase. You cannot transport yourself all the way to Gudu and come and be hearing somebody be speaking English. That is not correct. If he signs up, his wife is going to beat him. Your wife can beat you for all I care. Okay? You have to sign up. Okay? What you have paid. You have paid. You are seeing the way I'm saying it. You have paid. That's the mindset. Once you have this mindset, everything changes. As they are coming into your business, into your presentation, you've already counted it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You just enter the restroom, go and thank God first. Father, I didn't know that you love me so much. You sent me 10 people that are going to sign up today. Wow. My challenge 36 is already 10 down, assuming they all do one account. And you come back excited with joy because God has given you people that are going to sign up. Then you come and start doing the presentation. Okay? You come and start doing the presentation. As you are doing the presentation, you are collecting the money. You are collecting the money. From the beginning of the presentation, you are collecting the money. I see some of us address prospects. We cannot even look them in the eyes. Okay, we project our insecurities. Okay, we don't even make them feel that this thing is in their best interest. Okay, it is too easy. I always give this illustration. If Abubakar Shekau and what's that his elder brother's name now? Yusuf, Mohammed Yusuf, if they can recruit human beings to go and be throwing bomb, be bombing themselves, not bombing only strangers. If they can recruit human beings to go and be bombing them own selves, suicide bombers, why can't you recruit people to make money? You, I'm looking at you. Why can't you recruit people to make money? Eh? Why? People don't want to die. Even people, if they must die, they don't want to be bombed. They want to still have their body for their family to bury. And some human beings sat down, brainwash people. They did not only kill themselves, they bombed themselves, they had nothing left, scattered themselves into pieces. A human being like you. A human being. Some of you are even more educated than them. They can recruit a human being to go and kill himself. You cannot recruit somebody to make money. Money that everybody wake up in the morning for money tonight. 90% of all prayer requests is money. Hope you know. If you have a pastor, go and ask them. 90% of all prayer requests is money. Oh God, give me my dream house, give me car, give me mansion, give me miracle job, miracle appointment, miracle everything, miracle everything, money, 90%. All the headache pastor receives is money. Appointments and all that is money. That is what everybody is looking for. Even the remaining 10%, 7% will go to health issues. The health issues, money will still solve it. And you now have a chance to recruit them to make money. You cannot help them. You cannot recruit human beings to make money. Meanwhile, people can recruit human beings to do what they don't want to do in their life. Please, I need you to put it in perspective. I need you to put it in perspective. Okay, I need you to put it in perspective. Do they have two heads? Do they have two heads? A lot of you are Christians today. A lot of you are Muslims today. A lot of you are Hindus. You belong to one religion. You never did any research in that religion. A lot of us are Christians, Muslims, because we were born into that religion. You did not do any research. You just grew up. A lot of you heard your pastor. They told you about God. Have you seen God before, physically? No. But the posture with which they told you, you didn't even need to doubt it at all. You just believe it's done. That is the posture. I'll be rounding up this meeting in the next 2-3 minutes because this meeting will not end. I'll be rounding it up in the next 2-3 meetings, the rest 2-3 minutes. But I just need you to understand the posture. And they tell you that God is there, and you believe. Why? They had this posture. They were not in doubt. They were not in doubt. They were not in doubt at all. And that is the posture you need for salvage recruiting. Because that person, if you don't salvage that person, the person could be suffering in the next 2, 3, 4 years. If you don't salvage that person, the person could die of kidney problem. If you don't salvage that person, the person could have a family member that needs an emergency surgery, will not have the money to take care of the person. If you don't salvage that person, the person's blood might just be on your head. That's how I see it. Once you have that mindset, everything changes. As soon as they approach you, they've already signed up. They've already signed up fully. They've already signed up. Let me tell you, do you know some people even believe that this American actor that acted Jesus' film, they believe that is Jesus. They molded that American actor and put in their houses. And they're using it as Jesus. Because some human beings sold that to you. Even though you know Jesus was not American, you have an American statue in your house. And you call it Jesus. You. Okay? So your belief should be strong enough. Your belief should be strong enough. Your belief should be strong enough and it will impress on them. In fact, even what they think they know, they'll start doubting their seriousness. They'll start doubting it. Okay, they'll start doubting what they believed in. Okay, okay. So salvage mode, you have to enter that salvage mode. Every human being that gets on your table today must sign up. You see, this month, do it for 30 days. Do that challenge for 30 days. Every human being that gets on your table, every human being that comes face to face with you, in your mind, the person has signed up. In your mind, they are finished spending the money already. In your mind, the leader that is there is already celebrating, is already enjoying. Every human being, and I mean every human being. And that's your approach to close down this week, to recruiting this week. Any human being on your contact is already in. Any human being that comes to face with you is already in. That is the process. And when I did that, within 1 year, I grew from oblivion to stardom. Within 1 year, from nowhere, because I tried as much as possible so that none was lost. Okay? So that none was lost. So anybody that comes in front of you, the person has signed up. Okay? Anybody that comes in front of you, the person has signed up. Okay? So that's the mindset you have. Okay, so just have it at the back of your mind that if the person does not sign up, it could be a Michael, it could be a Dr. Mbara, it could be an ambassador Vincent, it could be an ambassador Nefo, it could be an ambassador Victor, it could be an ambassador Ronke, it could be a Didi, it could be a Mary, it could be an Imelda, it can be a Moses, it can just be any of these people. And it's not only the value you get for yourself when they sign up into your business, it's the value you can help with, it's what you can help them achieve in their own personal lives. Okay, savage recruiting is the way. Savage recruiting is the way. If you must become very successful at a point in your life, you must enter that mode. You can call it beast mode. Okay, beast mode. So I need all of you to post it on your WhatsApp status today. Beast mode activated. Beast mode. Post it in this chat room, but also post it on your WhatsApp status. Beast mode activated. Beast mode. The beast does not care. It doesn't send your opinion. He sees you, you are going down. That's how you know a beast. They say that man is a beast. He doesn't care. You are in, you are down, you are down, you are down. He sees you, you are down. Okay? Beast mode activated. Mode. M-O-D-E. Beast mode activated. Post it on your WhatsApp status. I want to see it trend on all your WhatsApp status. Post it in your chat room. All those that did not attend meeting today, let them start wondering what is beast mode. And I guarantee you, if you put this into practice, you see, this thing I've just shared with you can add an extra 0 to your income before this year runs out. Thank you for the opportunity, Ambassador Michael. Very, you said 45 minutes. I didn't know whether, I think I've done up to 1 hour, 15 minutes, if not more. Thanks so much, Ambassador Michael, sir. Thanks so much for this opportunity. Please, you guys should forgive me for the time. Forgive me for the time. Today is Monday. For those of us that are not free yet, might be grumbling and all that. And thanks for having me, members of the Diamond team and Eagles team. It will please me more if you put what you've learned into practice. That's the only thank you I need. I don't need thank you there. But when I see you put it into practice and I see you making so much money, I'll be happy, because your story will influence other people to take the steps to the next higher level. God bless you. Thank you, Boss Mike. Boss.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. And I mean, it was worth the time. It was worth the time. It was worth the time. Listening to that was also refreshing, and also reminded me of when I entered beast mode. When you enter beast mode, even the people around you, you know. When you enter beast mode, people will know. I mean, how do you want to make money without entering beast mode? How? In Igbo, there's an Igbo adage that says there's a kind of heart that we use to make money. That's, you can't just make, there's a kind of, you need a heart to make money. All right. And thank you. And for those of you that don't know, Dr. Elijah Mba, it's one of the top earners in Africa. This one is saying top four. He's one of the top earners in Africa. Like I said, he cannot tell you his income, because if he tells his income for security reasons, one of the top earners in Africa. And let me shock you, Let me shock you. The kind of money he makes, he can pay the MD of Zenith Bank his salary. The money he made this month, March, from the money he made, he can call 4 MDs. I'm not joking. Pay them up their salaries and say, I'm just paying you salary every money. Just call me and say, the only thing I want you to do, just come and say, Dr. Olajamba, I'm here. That's all. I'm loyal. I'll pay your salary. The salary that you used to get bashing, I'll pay it to you. All I need, just work for me. What do you do for me? Call me and say, Dr. Olajamba, good man, this is the Monday morning. I'm loyal. That's all. You go. That's the kind of income you see this young man making. Amazing. One of the top earners in C21 FG. One of the top earners in C21 FG. One of the top earners in C21 FG. One of the top earners in AIM Global, Africa, even in the world. One of the top earners. Makes a ton of cash. I thought he wanted to purchase a house of 107 million. I had to stop him and all the kind of things. That's the kind of, yet he's so humble, yet he's so meek. But guess what? He's a beast. As he's telling you, that's what it is. So please do not take this training. This training is when I bring people like this, it's not to motivate you. It's not to entertain. He said something, he said, and listen to this. He said something, and it caught my attention because it's as true as 2 + 2 is 4. In fact, hope nobody's hearing. He just released a secret. He said, anybody that does not do 15 accounts, it usually ends in regrets. I'm just telling you, this is one of the greatest truths somebody can tell you. Anybody, if you're listening to me, that have 15 accounts, no, but just if I ask the people above you that did not start with 15 accounts, that's one of their greatest regrets to date. You know why? If they started with 15 accounts, they'll be making 3 times the money they're making now without any additional effort. It's not like they're doing anything more. No. When I started, it was 7 accounts. There was no opportunity to even do 15 accounts. And that singular, although it's not, there's something I could have done. There was no 15 accounts then. But me not doing 15 accounts when I started has cost me, I can't even say the amount yet. Some people get scared. All right. So what if you need to have an opportunity to do 15 accounts, and because you want to test the waters, you want to check, and you do less than 15 accounts, it always ends in regrets. If you don't have up to 15 accounts, find a way to get up to 15 accounts. All right. Then secondly, we're already past 10, so I have to end this meeting right here. But I'm sure a lot of us got value. The month is ending in 3 days' time. Expect something for the month of April. It's going to be amazing. Expect something for the month of April. I welcome all the incubator graduates. I welcome all the incubator graduates. Go and do what I've been asked to do. Go and do what I've been asked to do. Do you know why most of us are not making money? Listen to me. Do you know why most of them? Let me tell you a small story. A lot of us are not making money because you've not given up anything. Do you know that Dr. Olajamba, he had to sacrifice his career in the medical field? Gariki Hospital, he resigned. So guess what? Because you have given much, you can't be joking. Some of us are joking because there's nothing. That's why if you start with one account, I don't talk to you. What is the business costing you? 44,800, 45,000. You can give it up. When I started this business, I resigned from my banking job. It was not play. If you're around me, you will know that this young man is not here to play. No, I didn't come here to make you happy. Why? I had given up my source of income, and I've turned fully to this. I didn't have any plan B, no plan C, no plan D. All my plan was this business. All my plan was this business. And when you've given up so much, you can't be playing. The reason some of us, because they've not really given up much. And until you give up much, you can't get so much from this business. Enter, activate your beast mode. Anybody that comes to you, when you're talking to that person, come with posture. But you're not an entertainer, you're not a magician, you're not a clown, you're not a comedian. You're a businessman. You're inviting 10 people, they must come and pay. We're not here to play. And that is how he became a top earner. That's how he became a top earner. And he has come to share his secrets with you. And I can tell you, that's the secret. Do you see this thing here? This is pure diamond. Pure diamond with certificate. I envisioned it one day that I'll be wearing pure diamonds. I envisioned it one day I'll be wearing pure diamonds. I envisioned it one day I'll be flying in my private jet all across the world. I envisioned it one day I'll be feeding nations. You go to Liberia, we say, I'll call the president of Liberia. Sorry, I heard there was an earthquake, there was a tsunami. Please, I want to donate relief materials to the sum of $1 million to your country. I was talking to the president. Please, how do I make the transfer? What do I do with it? I envisioned it one day. I envisioned it one day that I'll go to my village and build a gigantic hospital. If you don't have money for medical, just come here. It's free. Once you cannot afford it, we'll treat you free of charge. I envisioned it one day. I envisioned it one day that I'll go to a hospital. This is yet to happen. And every sick person in that hospital, I don't mean a department. Go to like Asoko General Hospital, go to Gage. Every sick person in that hospital, if you cannot, anybody that is owing, please, I clear their debts. Anybody that is owing in this whole hospital as I enter, and all the bills, anybody that is owing, that cannot afford to pay, today, please release and let them go. How much is that debt? Bring it, I'll sign it off. I envision it one day. And this one will even happen very, very soon. Maybe this quarter, myself. And because my dreams are big, I don't play with my business. I don't play with my business. Because my dreams are massive, I don't play with my business. How will you feel? Just like Dr. Mba said, how will you feel that at the end of your life, you want to walk to heaven, and Jamaica or St. Peter will say, "Hey, where do you think you're going?" So no, I'm good. He said, "Come. You have blood on your hands. You have blood on your hands." So I don't have blood. I've not killed anybody. Me, I've not killed anybody. I did not join court in school. I did not join court in school. I did not kill anybody. So no, but you have blood on your hands. How do I have blood on my hands? He said, "Come, look at Mr. This, Mr. This, Mrs. This. They all died because he did not show them the business opportunity. They all died because he did not show them the business opportunity." How did they die? How did they die? If that man was making 1 million naira a month, he would still be alive today. If that person was making just 500,000 naira, not even 5 million, if that lady was making just 500,000 naira a month, she would not be tempted to do the things that took her life. And you had these people in your contact, you would have showed them the business. Imagine if I did not show Dr. Mba did not see this business. Imagine. Maybe we would have slept on the steering and died or something. Imagine how many people. Imagine. That is the business that we do, was salvaging people. That was why in the story of the 10 talents, the master gave 1 5, gave 1 2, gave 1 1. The person who gave 5 doubled it to 10. The person who gave 2 doubled it to 4. The person who gave 1 went and hid it, did not do anything with it. He was called to give account, and he was sent to hellfire. Don't joke with this business. You have 15 accounts, you have 7 accounts. Don't joke with this business. You have people on your contact list. Don't joke with this business. I need to end right now because I'm getting really emotional. Oh, this business is not for you. This business is not, you think it's for me? I'm done. I can never be broke all my life. Like, seriously? It's not for me. I'm not here. I'm not here to talk because I want to talk to make money. I mean, they do this. God. They do this. Okay. This business is for the people whose lives can be changed. This business is for the people. Look at Wenga. What would have become of him if he didn't see this business? How many the people that he's going to affect, the 25 Tukoma Club members, if he did not see, how would those people become? There's a place in the Bible when Jesus came and told something, you saw me hungry, did not give me food to eat. You saw me naked, you did not clothe me. You saw me in prison, did not come to. They say, Master, when did we see you hungry and we did not give you food to eat? That's what's going to happen. So when you deny these people, you deny me. I encourage you to activate beast mode. Activate beast mode. Activate beast mode. Anybody you see today, get them to see the business opportunity. At least you give them a shot. At least you tried. And I salute everybody. I salute everybody who's courageous enough. I salute everybody who has the courage to give this business what it deserves. Have a great day and have a beautiful week. Beast mode activated.